with the mid-dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Saquon Barkley. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it's third down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jared Davis in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From the 27, Stafford. He finds an opening past the 40. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check my alpha.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Here I come. Hey, Red. Here I come. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This will be taken at the 10. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Trey Flowers has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. To try again after the sack. Jackson, he's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 79 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. But he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Real right, 22.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
You got nothing. Check. Monday.
Hey, high 7.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Trent Sherfield, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And there, Charles, he lined up out left, ran the post, caught it over the middle, and the rest, as they say, is history.
And you have to love the scheme that they just showed there, because if you're going to run a deep post, you ordinarily have to get a safety out of the middle of the field. And you do it one of 2 ways, either by running routes at him that carries him away from it, or you either freeze him in the middle with routes that run underneath so that he doesn't get depth. Then you throw it over the top, and boy, what a successful play that was.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run with Barkley, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Jackson now. He finds Coleman. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Giants, first down. That's the end of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
Come on, set. Get the flag. So don't say nothing. Go.
Now Jackson on 1st down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the Lions' 31-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check it back. Switch it. Come here, switch it. Truck.
Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Giants 14, Lions 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Delta.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. Hey, hey, 70. 25. Check 25.
From the gun, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
For the Lions, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Lady.
Check Michael Allen. Come on, D.
Hurry.
Hey, check Michael Allen. Check Michael.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Stafford on 3rd down. Open man is Lashley. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The 1st down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Echo. 59.
Watch the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Let's go, baby.
Big 20.
Get that ball. Check 4.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Stafford now to throw. And an alley to run. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 22. Five.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 11.
Drill right. 22.
Kick the edge.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson. As the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well. So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it? Absolutely. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And the kick by Rosas is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the 24, Stafford. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, 22.
From the gun, Stafford. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Ready. Red 80. Check Michael Allen. Hey, keep it up. Omaha, ready to move. Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Sponge.
Stafford. And that one taken in by Lashley. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On second down, it's Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Check alert. Zero.
Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Back.
Johnson running right. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Drill right, 22.
Go.
Check Michael Allen.
On second down, Johnson. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
10. Hey, orbit.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They go play action with Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
10. Check. 11. Hey, exit. Check back 11.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Alert! Smooth! 32!
From the gun, Stafford. 20! Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Here's Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maven.
Second and 9 at the 35-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, it hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
To throw is Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Barkley on first down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 34-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch switch! Watch switch!
From the gun, it's Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
Let's go.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Watch, hey, 22! Watch the ship, watch the ship. 32!
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And his pass incomplete. Jordan Lastly was the intended target, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Hey, 50!
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
You think 21? You think you gonna get this?
3rd and long, it's Stafford. He sets to fire deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Hey, Alpha!
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead. It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, team 6, team 6. Stay 50, stay 50.
On 3rd down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Ready, 70, Indy.
They'll run it again with Smith. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Giants, they're now a win away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Car on the wrist, all in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I know the Swiss, ice in the wrist, car on the wrist, all in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, all in the wrist, I never Swiss, ice in the wrist, I get the money but I can't switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating 'cause I on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They Ella, they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas.